Hello all, welcome to yet another dashboard. This is Tableau Tarzan, and today we will be continuing on creating our Pokemon dashboard. Now, before we begin, let's take a refresher of what we have done so far. So far we have created 5 charts, right? The first chart is your count of Pokemon by type 1, then second is count of Pokemon by type 2, then count of Pokemon by generation, and then this is a tile chart on count of Pokemon by common or legendary, and then lastly you have your top 6 Pokemon by base total. How we have done this? We have put name in filter, and we have said that hey, give me top 6 base total sum, right? So that is what we have done so far. So why 6 Pokemon? Is because if you recollect the Pokemon series, you can only take 6 Pokemon at a time for battle. So these 6 Pokemon are your party, and only these 6 Pokemon you can take to fight against the opponent's 6 Pokemon. So now without further ado, let's delve into this next bit. So what we still have left, we have created the first chart, second chart, this chart, the generation chart, legendary chart, and we have created the stats chart. Now this part alone is missing. What is this? This is very simply the characteristics of the Pokemon. Now I didn't want to create just stats, right? It would be nice if we have the some information about the Pokemon along with the stats. So now here I've created the stats, and if you look at it closely, this is not one chart with 6 tiles, right? This is not one chart with 6 tiles. This instead 6 charts with each having one tile in it, right? So this is one chart which has just one tile. This is another chart with just the second best Pokemon, the third chart with third best Pokemon. So now why we have done it this way, I will explain, and I'll also show you how to create this, because it's very easy to get the top 1 or top 6, but getting the second best, there's no default way, right? So we'll have to do some magic in order to get the second and third and fourth and all this, right? So let me show you how this is done. So first, let me show you what is the issue with the best 6, right? Like the tiles of 6 Pokemon. So let's take the Pokemon again. Name, I want some classification, then abilities, then maybe type 1, type 2, and I'll put base total. Where is base total? Base total is here. And then I'll say, hey, give me the tiles. Now I don't want all of this, I just want some. So I'm going to put name in filters, and I'll say top by field 6, and okay. So I've got 6 Pokemons now. Now the issue I have with tile is that you don't have control over the formation of the tile. You don't have control over how the tiles are placed against each other, right? So this is a Tableau internal algorithm thing. So let me name this as tiles. I'll show you again. Let's start creating the dashboard, and in this dashboard I'll show you the issue in more detail. So I'll take this one, but I have an issue with this scrolling down, so I'll reduce this. I'll say call it 700, and this is good. So there's way less of scrolling here. So type 1, type 2, generation, legendary, then top 6 goes here, and then tiles go here. Alright, so let me make this as fit to entire view. Great. I don't need the container, so I'll remove the container, because everything that's here, everything that's there in the container is already covered. Like now let's say measure names, you have attack right beside this, so you don't really require a legend for this, right? And count as well, you don't really require, because we have the count right below it. We'll alter this a bit, but yeah, you don't really require. So wherever any redundant chart is there, it is important that we remove it, because In a dashboard there's only limited space, so it is essential that you have only those charts that are absolutely important, right? So I'm deleting the content, I don't require it. Now here, all right. Oh, beautiful. Now see, I'm happy with all of the 6 coming down like this, right? And I wish this would continue this way, but the moment I increase it, it auto adjusts itself, and then I'll have to make adjustment just so that it's within one right, within one column. So that's the issue with having tiles. There's only limited data that you can store. There's only limited you're limited, you don't have the freedom on whatever you want to put in, right? It is limited by your scaling of the chart. So which is why if I want all the data, all the information in, I can't use this tile chart, I'll have to do some other way. So what is that other way? The other way is creating individual tiles. We create individual tiles for each, for the first Pokemon, for the second Pokemon, and third, for all the 6, and that we put them one below the other. So that is what we are going to do in the next few minutes, right? So now how do I create the individual tiles? In order to create the individual tiles, now you know very well that I can't get the top, just like how you have top 6, you don't have second, you don't have third. So what we will do is we'll create a rank. So let me put this back into this format, right? And I will show you how we create a rank, and I'll show you the filters is here. So I'm going to put this back here. So name type 1, and then type 2, and abilities, and all of this this looks good, great. And what else? I don't really require this filter, I'll remove this for now, and I'll sort it by base total. Okay, so right now 780, 770, good. So we've got, now let's create the rank. Alright, now I'll call it Pokemon rank, and I'll say rank, this is base total, and then DESC, right? Because it tells me. Now see, when I am trying to put this, it is automatically saying that there's an error. And what's the error? All fields must be aggregate or constant when using table calculation functions or fields from multiple data sources. So it is saying that you need to aggregate this. So let's aggregate it. This is a nice thing about Tableau, that it tells you exactly what your error is. You don't have to figure it out. So I've got Pokemon rank. Yeah, now I have this, but see, this is an issue that we are facing. All of this is in the 780, because both of these are 780. Both of these have got 1 as the rank. Because both these are 770, both of these have got 3 as the rank. Now we don't want the rank to be like that. We want all to have a unique number. So let's create that, and I'll say Pokemon rank unique. So rank, so you see there's rank unique right here, and again sum, base total, and DSC. Okay, so I'm putting this here. There you go, 1 2 3 4, there's no repeat anywhere. So that is the uniqueness of rank unique. And how does this, when both of these are 780, how does it know which one should be top and which one should be at the bottom? So that is based on the alphabet after this, right? So the alphabet R comes after alphabet M, so it has more weight than M, which is why this is of a higher value. And since it's descending, the higher value comes up and the lower value comes down, right? So if you have done programming, you would know that if you ask, say, any program, Python, if A is greater than B, it will say false. But if you say B is greater than A, it will say true. Why? Because B has got its own, it's assigned a number, and A is assigned a number, where B has a higher value than A. So the same thing is over here. Because R is late after M, R is up and then M is down. So that's how this is. Good. So now that we have this, we can make the tiles. So what I did, I don't require Pokemon rank, I don't require this. I need to filter the first one. So I'll put this in filter. But see, this is the issue with continuous filter, because I have all 1 to 100 and 801, and doing this way is going to take will take a considerable amount of time. So instead what I'll do is I will convert this into discrete, and then I will put this in. So now I've got this. Yes, I've got the first one, and I'll say tile, right? And the name should be on the top. Great. So name and all of this, and I'll also put base total within the number as well. Yeah, 780. Cool. So now this is tile 1. Let me do the same for the rest of the 5 Pokemon. So instead of doing all over again, I'm going to duplicate this, right? I'm going to duplicate this 5 times. 1 2 3 4 5, and this is tile 2. I'll say edit filter 2, right? Now I can do show filter, but oh yeah, I should have actually done show filter and then duplicated it. Yeah, edit filter. All right, this is tile 3, tile 4, then tile 5, Pokemon 5, edit 5, uncheck, right? Then tile 6, edit 6, uncheck this, and okay. So now all the 6 Pokemon are ready. So now I'll put them one beside the other, right? This is tile 1 is already here. Then oh yeah, so now when I want to put this, right, it's important that we put a horizontal container so that all of them are within the same box, because otherwise it becomes difficult to put it in. See, I'm not able to put it beside. So I'll take a horizontal container, I'll put that here. Tile 1 goes within the horizontal container, then tile 2, then tile 3, then tile 4, then tile 5, then tile 6. Great. I don't require this, I don't require this, I don't require this, and okay, only this was entire view, entire view, entire view, Kyogre. Now you notice that the bar chart is not in the same order as the ranks that we found. And you see, it starts with Arceus, Groudon, Kyogre, Mewtwo, Rayquaza, and then Zygarde. And even this also, let me put this in entire view so that we can see it all in one place. Right? So why is this? We know clearly that Mewtwo had the higher number, right? Mewtwo had 780. So why is it that Mewtwo is below and Arceus is up? So this, if you think about it, it is very simple. See, A is up, Z is down. This is mostly because it has taken the top 6 and then it has arranged it in alphabetical order. It has sorted it in alphabetical order. So let's go back here and then we'll just sort it according to the base value, right? So field, base total, and descending, and this is done. So let's see if it looks good. Alright, so Muto is here, Rayquaza, then Groudon, then Kyogre, Arceus, Zygarde. Nice. So all of this is in the same order, and great. Now the tiles are created, this is created. All that's left is beautification. Now we will do beautification in the next video. I hope this was helpful for you, and stay tuned for the next video. Thank you very much.